What's going on, everybody? All right, sorry for the little gap in between in the videos, but I had to take care of a couple of things and just taking some rest. Because I do the other channel and I have this one. But this is actually what I'm going to do now is more important than the other channel. That's kind of set in place as far as what we're doing over there. Okay, by now, if you don't know me, let me just put it this way: I have a lot of people around my circle that local police, state police, feds, government, politicians. I have an interesting circle around me from my years being involved in business. I'll leave it at that, and investing. I've built in a little amazing network. Human intelligence is everything. Okay, that being said, the warning that I'm giving you now is based on the fact of now, head of the FBI himself is now saying that there is an imminent threat of a copycat lone wolf type thing, which in my opinion, I believe is all bullshit. But at the end of the day, I think all this shit is staged. But that doesn't mean people won't get hurt. So, since you are my people, can you do me a favor as head of your household? Can you do a quick assessment of, okay, how do I keep track of the little ones, the spouse? If something does happen, what is the emergency plan? And the plans as far as if things go really bad, how are we going to handle this moving forward? The reason why I'm telling you to do this, first of all, if you haven't air tagged your kids, let me tell you something. It's nothing to just slip an air tag into, their backpack or a jacket or something. You want to know where your children are at all times. Don't be like those families in Texas. Is my child in there? Bullshit. If I would have known my child was in there, it would have been on. It would have been on even if my child wasn't there. As far as for the cops of Uvalde, Texas, that stood around and hand sanitized and waited for everybody else to come with kit, you'll pay for that one. Air tag your kids. As far as the spouses, keep track on each one of them. Listen, husband has to do it for wife has to do it because something can happen. You need to know where everybody's at. You can give the air tags back later on for privacy. But what they're talking about is lone wolf. So I'm expecting a shooter or several shooters of that capacity. So I'm just giving you out that this is what the FBI is saying. Everybody in my circle is saying something's coming down. Do we believe it's because all that over there? No. We believe that right now the U.S. economy is collapsing. We believe the presidency is in trouble as far as the impeachment and a lot of other stuff, crimes. So when you have that going on, they always come out with an October surprise. And here's the October surprise. There's imminent threat coming, but we have nothing to share with you. Just track everybody down. Know what has to happen. And listen, one of the things you should also know, and have in the back of your mind is peace of mind. So having conversation with your kids or something like that ever goes down, this is what you do. Spouse, if this happens, whatever happens, this is what I do. This is what you do. I'm telling people to prepare to have that conversation now with your family. Always track your family members and start doing a little bit of investigation of your area, the medical centers. Do you guys ever think about you may have to spend an overnight in a hospital, God forbid, or several nights? The emergency phone numbers for all family members, things like that. Who's going to watch the kids? These are things that you need to have available to you. So start planning because we're in a different America right now. In order to change the narrative, they will do whatever. And I just want everybody to be safe. I want people to be able to track down their kids. This week I would advise you top off the fuel of your vehicle. These are things you have to do. See, I'm not telling you to go out there buy a bazillion rounds of ammunition, get more mags in. Listen, when things go bad, chances are you're only gonna have what you have on you and your little resupply. This is not like long-term apocalyptic stuff. This is something happening right now. And little life lesson. If something does go down and you happen to be in a place and your arm, obviously, protect you and your family. If you could save others, do it. But at the end of the day, that everyday carry that you have is to eliminate a threat in front of you or break contact and get away. Save your family, save people. Something's coming. Too much chatter going on. Too much chatter. Tag those kids, speak to your wife, keep close tabs on everybody, make sure vehicles are fueled up, make sure you have cash available to you in your pocket, make sure you have like a little overnight bag in case you do have to go and spend time at a hospital. Little things help, because the number one thing that happens in situations like that is that a family member has to go back to like get things from the house for somebody that's in the hospital. I wouldn't travel at this point. At this point right now, what's going on, stay close to home and keep your head on the swivel. Something's happening.